Hi, this is Jake. In this video, I'm going to be going over the Zoom Webinars app, or it's really an integration between Zoom and Infusionsoft, specifically around Zoom Webinars. So if you don't know what Zoom is essentially a competitor to GoToWebinar or GoToMeeting, but they're really well priced and really have pretty much all the features you would need. So we like them for that reason. So anyways, you can go to zoom.us to check them out some more. Going back into the app, let's actually kind of demo how this integration would work between Zoom Webinar and Infusionsoft. So going in here, this is one that I've already set up. This is pulling in the webinars from Zoom. One thing to note, you will need to connect to your Zoom account before being able to get to this page. It'll take you over to the settings page once you try to go to this page though, where you can put in your Zoom API key and secret, which will give directions on where to find that over in Zoom as well. Once you do that, then this will actually pull in your Zoom webinars that you have set up inside of Zoom. So make sure you set up some webinars there first. Once you do that, you can select the appropriate Zoom webinar, whether that's a recurring or a one-time webinar. This is a recurring one or an evergreen webinar. This is the webinar name, the attendance options, user attended the webinar. This right here, you can apply a tag when the user attended the webinar. If the user missed the webinar, you can apply a tag. You can select a field to store the number of minutes they actually stayed at the meeting. This is nice, so you can do logic based upon that as well. This is, you can store the join and exit times into a field. You can store the questions that they asked, and you can apply a tag if they asked a question. Down here are some really cool stuff. You can set up percentage rules, which are allow you to basically select how long they stayed at a webinar. So maybe you want to say, hey, anyone who stayed at least 50% to like 100% are going to get this specific tag, and you can select the tag here. And maybe you'll change your follow-up based upon that. And you can add additional percentage rules here as well. With the minute rule down here, this is pretty sweet. This allows you to set it up to where, hey, if it gets to minute, I can say, hey, if I'm making my pitch at minute 45, like 45 minutes into the webinar, I'm going to make my sales pitch. I want to know, based upon a tag, who has made it to that point of the webinar, and change my follow-up based upon that. So you can do that here, which is really pretty cool. And that's pretty much it for the Zoom webinar integration for the things that you can do. Oh, I guess I had an error there. Also, you can set up the post URL to come out here. This allows Zoom to actually notify us when a webinar has occurred and what's happened there. So anyways, that's kind of the Zoom webinar integration in a nutshell. Hopefully you guys like it. Thanks. Bye.